So I think the rule of thumb is if it's made for visual communication, like what we're doing right now, then it's not a podcast. If it's made for audio communication, even though sometimes it has a video, then it is a podcast if it's mostly for audio. So in our case, we're not a podcast, we are a broadcast. Welcome to the Outpost Broadcast number 4. Thank you for watching the other 3, or this may be your first one. Thank you for watching as well. We have the rundowns. Each one of us wrote them in their fancy pens. I still have the pilot with I think 800 liters of ink because it never ends. And you have a?
I have, this is a Gravitas Monster in
Nice.
teal. And yeah, it's a filler, so it's a piston filler.
Awesome. We have mandatory banter.
Mandatory banter.
How was your last week?
Last week was good. You know, me and inks, and I go crazy with my inks. For people watching, fountain pen inks. And what I did was, I've never really found a right way to sort of catalog my inks the way that I wanted to. So I kind of put a project together where I started documenting all the inks that I own to make sure that I know what the characteristics are and how they look.
Cool.
So here's a preview. Basically, I have this template that I print out onto A5 Tomo River sheets, and then I have a large swatch.
Nice.
Then I have a little swatch here with the B0 nib, writing sample, and then just a chromatography strip here where you dip it in water and you get all the colors out.
Fantastic. Are you going to be sharing this in the Ink Apothecarian in your Instagram?
Eventually.
Very cool.
Yeah. And so I'm still kind of working out all the little kinks in it, but
Fantastic.
yeah, that was my project.
Awesome. My project is a store.
No, yeah.
Yeah, it looks more like a store, but we still have a little bit to do. So we'll get to that when we do shop updates. That's my update.
Perfect.
Awesome. All right. So now let's move to Kit of the Week.
Kit of the week.
Yeah,
I feel like it should have a song or something.
it could have a song. Yeah, I was thinking something like I was gonna say Bergheim by Rosalia, but you don't know who that is.
I don't know what that is.
You don't even know who Rosalia is.
No.
What's something wrong with you? Okay, good.
Sorry.
Let's just
Can you
continue
sing
and
it
not talk
right-
about music.
Can you sing it right now?
No, actually, you should watch you should watch her show.
Okay.
It's just really good.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah.
I will do some homework on that.
Awesome.
So,
All right. Okay, now Kit of the Week.
Kit of
Go
the
for it.
week. So this is my first item. I really love this item. This is an A5 sort of travel little notebook box. And what it is you put an A5 Rhodia pad on here. It opens up with the magnet as well. So you could store stuff inside and travel on the go and just write. It's great for me at home. I just put it on my desk and it's how I do my main swatches. So I don't know, it just looks nice. And it's a little company called Little Star Crafts based out of Monterrey, Mexico. And it just looks really cool. And you can put your pen up here. And
Yeah. Pretty nifty. You don't have to perforate, right? It has this little knob.
Yeah,
but
these things
it's just to
unscrew.
tighten the whole thing, but
Yep.
you don't have to perforate the paper.
Well, this it's specifically meant for Rhodia pads, which do have these perforated papers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. What's next? What's the next one?
The next one is, with my little ink project that I was working on, I needed a solution to figure out how to fit, or how to make those loose leaf Tomo River pages into my binder. So I got this hole puncher from Carl. It's a Japanese company. It's a 20-hole puncher.
I thought there was some person called Carl who
No.
lent you.
Who let me
that's the
borrow
brand.
it.
Yeah,
Carl's
okay.
a good guy, yeah.
Yeah.
It's really nifty. You put your A5 sheet in there. And the cool thing about that is the puncher here, it goes into these, nonsense.
Oh, so this is more like a jig. This is an alignment, and then you use the puncher to.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Oh no, it's, oh, here we go. Okay. So yeah, so you put the paper in here, you slide it in up to the edge here, and then you drop the edge. You make sure it snaps shut here, and then the hole puncher lines up with those little nooks there. So you punch once, you move on to the next nook, punch again, and so on and so on. It's really cool. It makes consistent 20-page holes, so you never miss a line.
If any of you watches carpentry videos or like Adam Savage, Adam Savage from the Mythbusters.
Yeah.
It's like you make a jig for anything, and then this is a industrially made one, but it looks super helpful.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's it really blew my expectations, so I'm really happy with it.
Nice. All right. So my kit of the week, because I'm in store moving in mode, there's a few things that I wanted to share about that. The first one, if you may help me, is my tote bag, and it's just sitting over there. One of my tote bags, there's a bunch, but this one in particular I use all the time.
It's nice.
Here's my advice: is just like keep a big tote bag at home, just to move things around. Like put your laptop, maybe you have books and you have things that you have to try out. So sometimes, me in particular, I want to switch places. I want to move from one desk to another place, things like that, to do some work or watch the dog in the garden, something like that. Yeah. So I just keep this big tote bag. This is from Filson, by the way. I don't know if they have this model anymore, but any tote bag will do. And you can carry a lot of stuff in there. So my paper book is sitting here, some headphones, some photography equipment. You just put whatever you need and move around. So it's kind of a portable office for home.
What kind of fabric is it? It's like a canvas?
This is canvas. Yeah. It's like a very thick canvas. Nice. It's
very cool.
I think it's a good one to have. All right, so that's number one. That means that when I'm moving stuff between the store and home and things like that, I'm also using it a lot just to carry things around.
Nice.
The other thing that I use to carry things around, and I have to stand up to show this one, there's lots of boxes and inventory that I have to move. And it's the Clax cart.
Ta-da!
Is it visible in camera?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's visible.
All right. This is a little German machine that keeps kind of these Euro-style baskets. And what I want is to have something that have a very small footprint when I'm moving things around. So you'll see that this packs really flat, like so.
Can you do that again, but back a little bit more?
I'll back a little bit and open it up from the back. And when you open it up, it's more or less like this, all right? Perfect. You can keep 2 levels of your grocery baskets. And for me, it's super helpful because most of the inventory is actually not here. We have to move it in. And this is just from even just the parking lot to the store. This makes a lot of sense because you just carry things around. So it's light and it's a good footprint. It's a German brand. It works really well. So Clax carts, go and check them out.
Nice.
And the third one, now that I'm still standing and I have something on a cart, is my favorite purchase from the last 2 weeks. I needed something to be more of a counter, but also a working space within the store. And I got a Danish, thank you, mid-century secretary desk that I'm gonna move around.
Do you need help with that?
I think it's gonna be fine. I just don't want it to drop on top of me. I fell in love with mid-century design. You'll notice little hints of this type of kind of teak, wood-based office items in the store. Mm-hmm. They'll be in the store for showing products, but also I like this desk. Simple things, but I like that it's curved on the top. It opens nicely. There you go, one of our products. And then it extends into a regular desk, so we can keep some work done here. It's still fairly empty. I imagine this thing is going to get a little bit packed with time. But it also gives us a little bit of, space to store more things at the store. I like the design, I like the color, so it's part of my kit of the week, but it's just going to be this ongoing thing that happens to be in rollers. Therefore, we can just move it around.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. Creates this little nook on the side behind the counter. It's pretty great.
Yeah, that's just the regular design stuff.
Very cool.
All right, so what's next?
New products.
Actually, I had it in my rundown. I knew that it was going to be.
That's all right. That's why I'm here.
Do I? I walk through the new products, right?
I mean, if you want to.
I'll do the walkthrough. Yeah. You got them for the store. Might as well show. Okay. I wanted to show you a bit of a spread of some of the new things that have arrived recently. Some cool things. I want to start with a California artist called Pegushi, who we got a beautiful washi tape from her. And it has different themes per washi. This was, for example, mythical creatures. I don't really know if it's focused, but there you go. This one is birds. We have, I think, 7 concepts for the store. Sharks, and a few more. When you come to the store, and actually on the online store as well, you'll see a card that has different illustrations that go with the washi. They're designed as little stamps, so that's also very nice. It's actually very decorative for your journaling and any kind of decoration that you want to have. So that's one that we've included here in the store.
For those who are unfamiliar, washi tape is basically tape that has very low tack that you could just put into your journals for decoration, which is great.
Made out of washi paper, which is traditional Japanese paper called washi. Yeah. All right. So that's the washi tape from Pegushi. So that's one. The second one that I wanted to show is our new shipment of Zento. I was going to say notebooks. I meant pens. Zento pens from Uniball. We're going to be selling those in 4-packs if you want to keep a bunch of those, but also individually you'll be able to get your own individual Zentos. For the people that are crazy trying to find the Zento signature.
That's close.
The Zento signature. We don't have it yet. We don't carry it yet, but we're going to work hard to get it as well in the store. This glides so well. It writes super well. So this is one to keep like everywhere at home. It just works really well.
It's smooth. It's dark. It's great.
Yeah, we'll have it in the boho collection. That's this color combination, and we'll also have it in this muted collection, which is a slightly kind of more bluish colors as well.
And they're both 0.7 millimeter.
Okay, so next one. Slight side note on new products that I wanted to mention because you've asked me before, and it has to do with when you have a stationery shop, a bookshop. Many times you have to bring dated items, as in let's say calendars or planners and things like that, and it's actually quite challenging, especially when you're launching your business, to decide how much of any of those things you want to bring in. Because if you don't buy enough, and more people want it, then you're kind of leaving money on the table. Right. But if you buy too many, there's a ticking clock of how much of that inventory you need to get rid of, right? That's why every time you go to, let's say, a big bookstore, like a big box bookstore on January 2nd, you'll see that all the calendars are like 75% off because pretty much that inventory is kind of going to go to waste. So it's super challenging to get dated items into the store. I've decided that it's probably something that we're going to do down the road, but at this time I want to give tools for people to work with dated stuff that is independent of what year we're in. And this is the product that I wanted to show as an example. It's a product we got from Carta Pura called Do-It-Yourself Calendar, which sounds funny as it's Do-It-Yourself Calendar. Well, there's a longer story to that. But the fun thing about it is that A, is in German. So I believe that this says Do-It-Yourself Calendar. If you speak German, let me know if that's what it says. Otherwise, that's the name. And it's an actual very simple, but I think very interesting calendar. It's just a blank, almost blank sheet of paper with the month in the bottom. So you can actually still tag dates and things like that. This is independent of the year. But you have all of this space to do and structure the information that you want the way you need it or the way you want it, which I think is a very valuable thing to have, right? This can hang in your kitchen and you can put important dates, get some cool washi and then decorate as well, just to make sure that everything that is important to you is set up in this calendar in this way. You can still do a grid if you want to and then kind of treat it like that. But I find this type of product very interesting where it gives you a lot of flexibility into how you get to use it. So there's the Do-It-Yourself Calendar from Carta Pura.
Yeah, that's cool. This is it's almost like when in bullet journaling, when you do your monthly overview page. Yeah. This is sort of acts as that.
Yeah. Also, by the way, this is like thick. Like this will take a lot. I don't know if it's going to take fountain pen really well because I see some texture. I'm pretty sure it's going to be good for fountain pens, but it's pretty thick. Yeah. So at least like a Sharpie, it will take.
That's awesome.
Okay, and the last products, we've talked about Craig Hill before in the broadcast, and we have a new interesting product that I wanted to show. These are some books.
Why'd you gotta buy books for?
So this one is called Always Be Knurling. And then this other book is called That'll Leave a Mark. It's about a comprehensive guide to laser safety. And as you can tell, they're very boring books. The last one is Tool and Die, the life cycle of a machinist, right? The reality is that these are not just books. These are, when you open them, storage devices.
Ta-da!
Oh, wow, this is the most excited I've been about a box in a long time. Yeah, so these are fake books you can keep at home, right? And they have a little storage inside. And this one happens to have, look at this beautiful color over there. Two of our new limited edition Leuchtturm pens. So we have I think this is like lemon, and this is pink. And yeah, we have beautiful new Leuchtturm products. And not only this, we have notebooks, pen loops, pencils, mechanical pencils, and traditional #1 pens as well, on top of the limited editions.
These are bright.
These are bright, and actually they kind of look good inside of this box. So yeah, there you go.
So, and to be clear, if you find these book topics interesting, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I got them because I thought they were real books that I wanted to read. That's how fun my topics are. And then they ended up being cool storage things. So yeah, now we have storage boxes that look like books that Santiago wants to read.
Nice.
Oh, hello, hi. Oh, thank you for joining me in my mini tour of the Outpost Stationery, our first brick and mortar shop. It is a beautiful space here in Pioneer Square, and I wanted to give you an update on where we are. You may have watched some of our update videos, so this is going to be a quick walkthrough. So far, where we are, pardon the mess, by the way, we're moving stuff in. We're setting up our inventory, and there's going to be two major sections in the store. One is our paper goods section, so that's this big wall. So we're filling it up with different things. So your Midori or MD product stuff, you have Sikigu, you will have craft design technology, carta pura, all of this like real goodness of paper. So with the paper wall, what we have also is we're gonna keep some inventory at the top. And the second section of the store, if you can walk with me, is our writing instruments and accessories section. That's gonna be over here. So this one still needs to be filled up, right? Hopefully by next week, we're gonna have everything else set up in here so you can come and try it. We'll have pens like these Marks pens, we'll have some Zebra pens, we're gonna have some Leuchtturm pens, Zentos, but also washi tapes, like washi tapes from Craft Design Technology, Pegushi, and other accessories, stickers, some desk toys. We have a beautiful collection of it's kind of food car that kind of decorates your desk really, really well. And all the push pins and things like that. So that's this section. Oh, and on top we have a couple of Toyo boxes. If you're interested in Toyo boxes, you have to come to the store to buy them. We don't sell them online because they're too big, but they're beautiful. I may not want to sell them because I think they look great over there. So anyways, Toyo boxes over there. The other section of the store is our stationery bar. Still being set up, but I love the idea that we can test all of our notebooks and papers and all the pens that we offer right in this space. A couple of Toyo boxes, pens for right here to try, and then everything else is going to be spread around in this section. We're gonna have more products in here, and hopefully by the next broadcast, you're gonna see a beautiful mural. I hope. I think it's gonna be a beautiful mural. That's going to be laid out in here, and also some shelving. So that's the other section, right? There's one last messy section to show you, but I'll show it to you anyways, and that's our windows. And I especially want to show you that because within the next couple of weeks, we're going to turn these two windows into desks. It's very important for us to facilitate spaces where people can come and do their thinking on paper, to do their work in a physical space. So we're going to make this available as a place where you can come and journal, sketch, and paint, and do some work. We won't offer any food, but there's beautiful coffee shops nearby. You can get the coffee and then come here and do some work as well. So we're going to be welcoming you very soon, so you can use this space as your own desk for a while, while you do some thinking, journaling, planning, whatever it is. And I think that's it. Just to finish, our shopkeeper station. We're gonna have our display cubbies here. So we're gonna keep some products in here. And this is also, if you've been watching this video, our little beautiful Danish secretary desk that we got for the store. And from here, we're going to be welcoming you as you come along to the store. And I hope to see you all very, very soon. Okay, so that was the store update. And now last topic of today's broadcast is podcasts.
Podcasts, yes.
Yeah, okay. So we were talking about like what were our different kind of sources of information about the industry, about like people like the hobby of keeping stationery pens and things like that. And we decided that it would be a good idea to kind of share the stuff that we listen to, because we happen to listen to some similar podcasts.
Yeah.
And there's some that we don't, so kind of let's share that.
Yeah.
And the only way I can do it is by going into my podcast app and
Oh, you didn't write it down, analog?
yes.
I could kick it off and then
You can start, yeah.
Okay. So my first one is obviously the Pen Addict podcast. It's long running. It's like an episode 700 and something by now. And it's just a lot of really good information about the state of the pen industry in general.
Yeah.
Fountain pens, ballpoint pens, you name it. The hosts are very into all things pens. And then the community that they bring up too, that's on Slack and online, is actually really fun to be a part of.
Cool.
All the latest like information, all the latest industry news kind of gets talked about and discussed, and I just find it really enjoyable to listen to.
Cool. Yeah, I'm also a listener, and the Outpost is we're members of the Pen Addict as well. Okay, so I'm going to mention 3 very quickly of the podcasts that I listen to, and then you can go afterwards. So I also listen to one called the Stationery Cafe. Mm-hmm. April Wu is one of the hosts, and she's based out of the Seattle area.
Yep.
It covers lots of topics, but I always enjoy listening to them. I also listen to one called Stationery Freaks. It's a couple of authors in the UK who like to talk about everything stationery, and kind of gives me a glimpse of the industry in the United Kingdom. So it helps me discover new products as well.
That's a new one for me.
Yeah.
I'll add it to my list.
There's another one called Stationery Adjacent, which is technology and stationery. I forget their names. One guy lives in the Vancouver area. The other one lives in Cyprus. He owns an online stationery store as well. So I kind of have the affinity of that.
Nice.
It's a nice one. And the last one is called Tokyo Inklings. That is actually way deeper into the industry, and I kind of enjoy their conversations a lot. I forget where they're located. One person is in, maybe they're both in Japan. I don't remember exactly.
Sai and I forget the other person's name.
Yes, and they're very good and go very deep. But that's if there's a lot of geekery in you about stationery and pens, like things like Tokyo Inklings are definitely something to listen to. Yeah. So what's the next one for you?
For me, another one I have is Tinterías, which we were actually a part of recently.
We were.
A little self-promo there. It's a Spanish language podcast about the fountain pens, and it's called Tinterías, which, what does that translate to?
Tinterías
It's like
is
a
kind
play
of
on
it's
words.
a pun on the word tonterías, which is like goofy stuff. But Tintería is about ink, so it's like likely talking about inks. I
So
guess.
it's a fun podcast, and it's in Spanish. It's one of the few Spanish language podcasts about pens specifically.
Yeah.
And Dr. Jeffrey Coleman is the host, and he does a great job of just keeping people up to date about what's going on in the pen world in Spanish. So if you're trying to learn Spanish, it's also a good way to...
Actually, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good way to listen to it. And also we learned stuff about it too, because we don't talk about pens and fountain pen parts.
I don't. I
in Spanish.
I learned during our conversation that the nib is called plumín.
Yeah, there you go.
I have no idea we would call it plumín in Spanish.
So yeah, it's educational and it's fun.
Sweet. All right, and I think that's it. I think we made it. Right?
We made it through. Yes,
success.
another episode.
Well, I don't know if it's success, but at the very least, we've completed a broadcast.
We'll see the numbers, see if there's success.
Let's talk about the numbers. This is fun. All right. Okay, with that, we're going to let you go. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to think on paper, and we'll see you the next time.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. I'm going to work on my desk.